Story 1. I was 19 the time this story happened. I was new into college and I needed somewhere to live. I looked on social media for anything but nothing was available at the time. But one late night of scrolling, I found a two-bedroom house. They were looking for a roommate, and the house in the photos didn't look too bad. So I jumped at the opportunity. The next week I moved in, and my roommate, who I will call Vicky for obvious reasons, was really nice at first. But over time, she began to change. As I would go to class in the morning, I would find that my personal things had been gone through, and things like my earrings and shirts would go missing. I had a talk with her about her behavior. She told me that she was sorry and that she would never do it again. But a few weeks later, she would do the same thing again. This annoyed me, but not enough for me to move out. I thought at the time she was just being arrogant, until one night. Some of my friends were going out for the night and I decided to join them. We had a really good time. By the time I got home, it was around midnight. I just went straight to bed. As I was drifting off to sleep, I noticed my closet door was slanted open. The street light from outside peered in just enough for me to make out that Vicky was in my closet, staring right at me. I rubbed my eyes and tried not to panic, trying to act like I hadn't seen her. I made my way out of my room and to the front door. As I opened the door, I ran down the street far enough from the house to call one of my friends to pick me up. I moved out the next day and I never saw Vicky again. Story 2. This story sends chills down my spine every time my sister talks about it. My sister had moved out at 19. She was moving in a two-bedroom house into a quiet street. She was still moving in when she told me to come visit her sometime. My school had a long weekend, so I figured that this was the perfect time to see her. I caught the train and went to her house. She was super excited to see me. We hung out for the whole day, and it soon became dark, so we went back to her house. We were standing in the kitchen and it was really cold, so my sister told me to go and get the heater she stored in the front room down the hallway. I went down to the front room and grabbed the heater, trying to wrap the cord around my arm so I wouldn't trip. I was struggling when I walked up the hallway, so I put the heater down for a second and a noise caught my attention. I looked into one of the dark, empty bedrooms and saw a figure standing looking at the wall. It looked taller than my sister, but I thought maybe it's because it was dark. I wasn't sure what she was doing, but I asked her if she wanted the heater in the kitchen. She didn't reply. So I went into the kitchen and my heart dropped so far into my stomach I felt sick. When my sister, who was standing in the kitchen unpacking boxes, asked me why I called out. I don't know who was in the house that night, or if my sister was joking, but this story still haunts me. Be careful who you live with.